Welcome to week one of my favorite weeks. Every course we get to learn about each other. We get to learn new people as we start our journey of learning this term. We'll start off with some introductions, looking for some personal background, where you're from, what your interests are, both professionally and whatever you want to share outside of class. I also like to learn a little bit more about what you hope to learn and accomplish through this program. For many of you, this may be your first class or one of your first classes with the program. So I'm interested in, what do you aspire to? What are you going to use? How are you going to use this in your professional life? If you're comfortable doing so, share some pictures. It's kind of nice. If we were in a face-to-face classroom, we would know what everyone looked like. And that, of course, is part of communication, that face-to-face interaction that helps us. So if you're comfortable doing so, it's kind of fun to see, what we look like, where we're from, what we enjoy. We can learn from each other just as much as we can learn from the course itself. Okay, every week we have a discussion. This week is no exception, and we're going to start very basic. What is strategic communication? You're taking a class in strategic communication. You're enrolled in a program of strategic communication, and strategic communication plays a vital role in an organization, especially as professional communicators. So use the readings that we have this week, but also partner those up with your own experience. If you're a professional communicator, that'll come quite naturally. Even if you're not, though, you have your own observations and your own thoughts about strategic communication. So bring those together along with our readings as you answer that discussion question. Now, as I stated in my introduction video, which hopefully you've already watched, it's more about quality than it is about quantity, right? So I'm interested in how you support your own insights, your own observations, your own experiences with peer-reviewed, authoritative, academic references. So make sure you do that for both your discussion as well as your peer responses. A little bit of advice on the readings. There is a lot of reading in this course. Some of this reading is new. Our text is new, obviously. Some of it is a little bit dated, and part of that is on purpose because it's interesting in terms of strategic communication to base our theory, our principles upon the foundation of strategic communication. Some of that's been around for quite a while. So as you go through those readings, it's interesting, I think, to look at where we were a few years ago, maybe even a few decades ago, compared to what you're going to learn with more recent writings from our author, our primary author. So as you read those, don't get overwhelmed. I know it's easy to do so. You want to read everything and you're trying to highlight everything, and maybe some of you are still used to the kind of learning where rote memorization plays a part of that. This is not that kind of learning, right? Read it to apply, not to memorize, right? So you're not taking some sort of objective, comprehensive final exam where we're going to nitpick all these little pieces to make sure you read what you were supposed to read. The way the real world works, especially in our field, is that how you can apply it matters more than how you can memorize it. Okay, so hopefully that helps alleviate a little bit of your concern as you look at the readings and think, how am I ever going to finish all these? You will. Pick out those things that are most interesting to you and that support your own experiences, observations, recommendations, and such. So I will remind you every week, make sure you stay ahead with your assignments. Make sure you stay engaged in the discussion board. And of course, most importantly, enjoy your time.